Dating is something I've become much more intentional about as I've grown, both in age and self-awareness. Like many people, I started dating with the simple goal of having fun and meeting new people. But over time, I realized something. I only enjoyed the date when I genuinely enjoyed the man. I couldn't keep going on dates just for the sake of dating. The moment I saw the first red flag, the moment my intuition whispered, this might be a problem long term, I gracefully removed myself. That mindset has protected my time, my energy, and my peace. To this day, I've never been quote-unquote played by a man or done dirty by one. And I don't say that to sound prideful. I say it because I believe men show you exactly who they are very early on. Most women just choose to overlook it because they want the story to turn out differently. Unfortunately, too many women fall for a man's potential instead of his pattern. They hope he'll change, mature, or eventually treat them how they deserve. But the version of him that shows up in the beginning is usually who he really is. So, here are a few early red flags to look out for while dating, and your sign to stop entertaining that person any further. Red flag number 1. Getting physical too early. It's no secret that when a man is attracted to a woman, his first instinct can often be physical. There's biology and psychology behind this. Men are wired to be visual, and when attraction is strong, it can trigger a dopamine rush that feels almost like a chase or a reward system. But that's exactly why you should pay attention to how quickly a man tries to make things physical. When a man pushes those boundaries too soon, especially on the first date, it's a red flag. Because here's the truth. A man who truly respects you and sees your worth won't risk making you uncomfortable. In fact, he'll be more cautious. He'll move slower, not out of disinterest, but out of intentionality. He's aware that a connection built on mutual respect is more powerful than one built on lust. When a man values you, he's not trying to get something from you. He's trying to earn access to you. Red flag number 2. Criticizing or testing your boundaries. The second red flag is how a man reacts when you express your boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're filters. They protect your peace, your safety, and your self-worth. So pay close attention to his reaction. Does he get annoyed, try to argue with you, say you're being too much or difficult? Or does he genuinely respect and understand them, even if they're not what he expected? How someone responds to your no tells you everything about their emotional maturity and level of respect. Let me give you a real example. I once went on a first date with a man and we ended up at a bar. At some point, he leaned in to kiss me. I turned my head slightly and said, on the cheek, still allowing closeness, just not intimacy on his terms. He immediately pulled back and said, no, I don't do that, in this irritated tone that told me everything I needed to know. That was the last time I saw him. Because the second a man makes you feel guilty for upholding your boundaries, he's showing you that your comfort and your autonomy don't matter to him, only his ego does. Psychologically, this is called boundary testing. Some people subconsciously push limits early in relationships to see how much they can get away with. And once you give in the first time, it teaches them that your no is negotiable. That's why it's so important to hold your ground the first time. It sets a tone for how you expect to be treated moving forward. Red flag number 3. Lack of manners and respect for others. Another major red flag is when a man lacks basic manners or respect for others. Have you ever come across a man who is incredibly polite and attentive to you, but dismissive or rude to other women, or to people they don't find attractive? A man who only shows respect to those he finds desirable or useful is dangerous, because his kindness isn't rooted in character, it's transactional. He treats people well only when he expects to gain something in return. Pay very close attention to how he treats people in hospitality, such as servers, bartenders, valets. Does he greet them, say please and thank you? Does he open doors for only you or for others as well? A man's manners towards those who can do nothing for him reveal who he truly is. Because if he only respects people who benefit him, the moment you stop benefiting him, that same lack of respect will surface toward you. This is one of the biggest indicators of long-term compatibility. A man's values don't show up in how he treats you, but in how he treats everyone. The biggest lesson I've learned in dating is this. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Not their potential, not their charm, not the version of them you want to exist. The version standing right in front of you. Protect your energy. Listen to your intuition. Because it's never wrong. We just talk ourselves out of what we already know. And the more you practice self-respect, the more peaceful dating becomes. You stop needing someone to prove themselves because you already know you're not afraid to walk away. That's where your power as a woman truly lies.